Hello and good morning. Joe Justice here, coming to you live on September 11th, 2023. Very happy to be with you guys today on this day. It's a day of remembrance, a day to, look back into the past and, be grateful for what you have today. I don't want to spend a whole lot of time talking about that because that is outside my lane, and my lane is in home gym fitness and hustling and marketing and just, getting things done on a personal level. So that's what I'm going to talk about today. I do want to remind you that if you have any questions, if you have any comments, if you want to ask me a question, you can drop me a comment at any time. You can also feel free to send me a direct message. If you want a little bit of information, inspiration, or motivation to help you out with moving forward on your health and fitness journey, I would encourage you to go to homegymhustleheroes.com/join, and you can join my fitness group, and I can talk to you directly through there. Would love to hear from you. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you're enjoying, what you want to hear more of. If you've got any questions for me that you would like for me to answer, if there's things that plague you, that pop up constantly, please let me know. And I will help you out with solving those problems as best as I can in the way that I have solved them for myself and helped out others. I do want to talk to you today about a question that pops up a lot, and that is, what is the best type of exercise? People ask this question all the time. You've got lots of different types of exercise. You've got weightlifting, you've got HIIT, you've got steady state, you've got yoga, you've got Pilates, you've got on and on and on and on and on. There's all these different types of exercise and all these different types of ways to, get fit and healthy. So what's the best? Is weightlifting the best? Is body weight calisthenics the best? Should you train like a gymnast? Should you train like a professional athlete? Should you train like a professional wrestler? What kind of workout's the best? Is it the bodybuilding? Is it functional fitness? Questions go on and on and on. If you ever talk to a trainer, a coach, even a gym rat that's been around for a while, you will probably hear something along the lines of, you should do whatever workout you do. In other words, whatever you can stay consistent with, that's the best exercise. Whatever you can put up with the most, that's the best exercise. Whatever you can get accomplished on a day-to-day basis, that's the best exercise. And it sounds a little bit like they're blowing you off, and it sounds a little bit like it's like they're dismissing you. But the reason I say, if you're around the kind of guys that have been around for a little while and they'll say things like that, is because they really know what they're talking about. Everybody's body is different, and there's all kinds of different types of movement in the world. All kinds of different things needed. It's not, we have this mistake of thinking that we're all the same. We do that a lot. We think that we're all the same. You think that everybody's just as smart as you are. You think that everybody's just as strong as you are. And some of that stuff is true. I mean, there's lots of overlap. There's lots of people that are just like you in certain aspects, but then you'll also find out that they might be like you in, the kind of, maybe they love the same type of fiction that you love, and they're really into the same types of books and movies and stuff, but then you find out they like a completely different type of music. Well, it's the exact same thing with fitness, and one of the things to keep in mind is there are two basic types of muscles. Your body's made up of, what it comes down to is you have fast twitch and slow twitch muscles. You might have heard that term before. Sometimes they're called type 1 and type 2 muscles. And the muscle fiber, basically the fast twitch muscle fiber, that's responsible for big, powerful, short bursts of strength, while the slow twitch is responsible more for resistance, fatigue resistance, endurance. That's the word I was looking for. Geez, words are hard sometimes. So they're more of an endurance type of exercise. So what's the difference? So a marathon runner is going to be primarily slow twitch. A strongman is going to be primarily fast twitch. Now, in order to get to the upper echelons of those types of activities, you have to be one or the other. I mean, you're not going to find a power lifter is not going to, lift a bunch of weights and then go hop in a marathon and then beat everybody at the marathon run. That's not the way those types of things works. The reason they're at the top of their game, is because their bodies are predominantly made up of the type of muscle fiber that is needed for that type of activity. And then, of course, you'll see things like Ironmans and stuff like that are kind of mixes of both. So, you can get the extremes with the marathon runner. Actually, even an even better example of the extremes is if you look at the difference between a sprinter and a long-distance runner. Those are different body types, even though they're both running. But you'll notice they're significantly different. And that's because that short, powerful movement, the bodybuilders, power lifters, sprinters, those types of athletes, they have predominantly fast twitch muscle. And then the long distance runners, the bikers and all that, they have that slow twitch muscle, right? So all of that's to say that you have a similar mix. You're probably going to be somewhere in the middle. Most of us aren't power lifters, right? Most of us aren't marathon runners that can actually compete and win. We might be able to run a marathon, but we're not going to win the Boston Marathon anytime soon. As a matter of fact, only one person is going to do that out of 9 billion people or whatever. Odds are it's not going to be you, right? So what you want to keep in mind is that you're a mix of those things. So whenever somebody says to you something along the lines of, you should do whatever exercise works for you, they're not blowing you off and they're not, being condescending or anything. It's really your body's going to be different. You're going to respond differently to different types of exercise. You might really enjoy lifting weights. You might really enjoy long distance runs or walks or hiking or something like that. There are certain types of exercise that your body's going to be naturally inclined towards. So what I always recommend to people is to try and sample different types of exercises. Don't be afraid to get out of your comfort zone. That, of course, we talk about that a lot. All types of exercise are going to be a little bit difficult, but you will find some are a lot easier to maintain. So for me personally, I am not an endurance guy. I haven't had any kind of tests or anything like that. I don't know if there's any test to tell fast twitch versus slow twitch, but just based on my personal experience, I do not have a whole lot of slow twitch muscle. I don't think I don't have a whole lot of endurance ability. I'm not very good at long distance running. 3 miles is about my max, and I can push myself a little bit beyond that, but it's a really hard push. So I don't think I could be a marathon runner type, and it's miserable. I really, really hate long distance running. Now, as opposed to like weightlifting and, even like heavy physical labor, like I don't have any problem with doing, working with a hammer, working with, digging ditches, carrying things, lifting things, packing things, stuff like that. That kind of short twitch or fast twitch type muscle movements, that kind of explosive and powerful muscle movement. And that's why I usually stick with calisthenics and dumbbell work for the most part. I could probably, if I wanted to, I could probably do heavy weight workouts and enjoy them quite a bit, but I don't think those are very effective for long-term health. I think a lot of people get injured doing overdoing it with that type of exercise. I think it's pretty common, destroying certain joints and stuff, especially your back and stuff like that, especially with like heavy weights. So I don't do that. I do dumbbells and I do calisthenics because I think that's kind of more natural movement, but that's me. You might be different. So sample different types of workouts, try cardio, try steady state, try, improve your VO2 max, different types, yoga, Pilates, try different things and see what works best for you, see what affects your body in the most positive way, and see which ones you can stick to. And that would be my recommendation for the best exercise there is. That's right. I'm not going to give you a straightforward answer. It's a journey of discovery, and that's the best kind of answer, right? That's what you really want. You want to go on a journey of discovery. So thank you so much for watching here today. We'll be back later this week talking a little bit more about this topic on finding the right exercise and customizing for yourself. Hope that you had a great time today. Hope that if you have any questions, be sure to let me know. Share, like, subscribe, do all of the things, and let me know if you need anything. And I would love to see you at homegymhustleclears.com/join. Join our group, and I will talk to you later. Have a great, great Monday, and I will see you on Wednesday. Bye-bye for now.